The message came at 3:17 a.m. Asterisk K, are you sure there's no room? Even just for Mom and me? The kids told me where you are. It looks amazing. Please, just call me. Asterisk. I stared at the screen. Watched the 3 dots pulse beneath her words. Typing. Deleting. Typing again. A digital stutter of guilt. Then stillness. The screen dimmed. I didn't touch it. Outside the villa, the ocean whispered over black rocks with the calm indifference of something ancient, like it already knew what she had done, knew what I had learned. I took a sip of bourbon, neat and bitter. It didn't help anymore, not really, but it gave my hand something to do. Down the hall, my children slept, tucked in, safe, bellies full, cheeks warm with the kind of peace I hadn't seen in them for a long time. And her? She was exactly 600 miles north, right where I had left her. It always began the same. The packing week. She circled the house like a hawk, not frantic, just loud, louder than necessary. Her suitcase yawning open on the bed, her voice slicing through the rooms. Her mother, stationed beside her like a field marshal, muttering rehearsed complaints. The long drive, the dust, the sacrifice of dragging her whole family out to the coast. It's too tight, she'd say. In the house I grew up in. No space to breathe. Then the smirk, her signature. Crooked, dry, a flicker of something cruel behind her lips. Maybe if you had a real job, she'd mutter, we could afford proper vacation. The house was mine. Inherited, technically, but with her mother installed like some passive-aggressive queen in the guest room, it never felt like mine. Not truly. She left with her clan every summer. Sun-kissed, staged photos, cheerful captions, some twisted brand of family togetherness I never got to feel. I stayed behind. Always. Me and the kids. Watching July and August pass through the living room windows, one forgotten birthday at a time. I didn't plan revenge. Not then. I just wanted to understand. It started small. A credit card she didn't know I could see. Charges that didn't fit. Meals for 2 at places she swore she'd never been. Luxury spas. Hotels with no child-friendly amenities. I checked the car mileage. It never matched the stories she told. I tracked her phone quietly. No warnings. No accusations. Just weeks of watching her location sleep in neighborhoods that had nothing to do with family. I remember the cologne on her skin when she came home. Not hers. His. Subtle. Masculine. Older. He worked with her. I'd met him once, years ago. A handshake that lingered just a second too long. Eyes that rested on her a little too gently. He asked if she was okay, right in front of me. Back then, I thought it was kind. I began writing everything down. Receipts, dates, times. Her mood shifts. The way she seemed lighter after those family weekends, while I scraped peanut butter off the counter and made lunches for kids she barely mothered anymore. Eventually, I hired someone. Quiet, clean, efficient. A week later, the envelope arrived. Heavy with truth, light in weight. Photographs, hotel logs, snapshots of secrets. One of them kissing beside her car, the shadow of a street lamp slicing the image like a confession. There's something obscene about hidden intimacy. Something cruel in the way people move when they think they're unseen. I didn't yell, didn't throw anything. That would have made it easier. Let her weep and blame me for the volume. Instead, I handed her the folder one Tuesday morning after the kids had left for school. She opened it like it might hiss. And it did. Her eyes paused, a twitch in her cheek, the one she always had before she lied. I waited. How long? I asked, my voice a blade sliding across ice. She swallowed, looked down. It didn't mean anything. That was the wound. It meant everything. She reached across the kitchen island, fingertips trembling. I didn't move. I didn't think you cared, she whispered. I nearly laughed. That was a story now. My silence gave her permission. My quiet made it acceptable. I turned and walked away. Left her standing there, mouth open, tears forming but not falling. The resort opened last month. Quiet launch. No press. An invitation-only guest list. Every inch of the property was designed by me. Every window faced the sea. Every room crafted for peace, for space, for starting over. My children were the first to run through its halls, shrieking with joy, cheeks flushed from salt and sun. I invited everyone she used to tag in those curated summer posts. Her siblings, her cousins, her closest friends. She wasn't invited. Neither was her mother. They found out the way people like them always do. Online. Photos. Comments. A celebration they weren't in. Then came the call. I let it ring. Twice. Then answered. Her voice was raw. No more performance. Just confusion and desperation. Why? She asked, barely breathing. Why would you do this? The silence that followed felt like a final note. Calmly, I replied, still not enough room. Then I hung up. The ocean didn't judge. It simply receded and returned, a quiet rhythm that had never lied to me. My children buried each other in the sand, squealing. Oh, unburdened. I watched them from the deck, the glass of bourbon untouched at my side. More messages came. Apologies, justifications, promises. I read them with a still face, no emotion. She wanted to rewrite the story, reclaim the narrative, but she misunderstood something fundamental. Silence was never weakness. It was my sharpest weapon. This was never about love. It had always been about truth. And now she had to live with it, alone, just like I had for every summer before.